guys, Miss Desi here. In the middle of making some soup. I'm letting it cool, so I thought I would take a few minutes, walk you through this week's assignment. Well, the first assignment, because you have two this week. This week's assignment is for you to show me how you are helping reduce your carbon footprint by reducing the amount of waste that you and your family produce. So I wanted to give you a couple examples of what I do to personally lower my carbon footprint and reduce the amount of waste that I put into the trash. First things first, we all know I love coffee. Every time I finish a container of coffee, it comes in these really nice plastic containers. I reuse them. I've used them for planters. I have some like little nails and like tools and stuff in them. It's super easy. You can paint them. I usually just make a quick label, and inside I've got a whole bunch of sewing stuff. Just something easy to store it all in. Use it for little toys, makeup, all kinds of stuff. Next, whenever I am done drinking like a LaCroix or a Diet Coke or some sort of pop, I try to save the can as often as I can. Get it? Okay. This was like a sparkling water, and I used it to start some basil seeds. Makes a great little starter. They come up perfectly. You take some little snipper things and you cut it open and put it right into the ground or a bigger planter. So these right away are two decent sized things that aren't going into the trash now, they're getting used. Also, when I run out of coffee, I usually run out of creamer too. I reuse the creamer containers, kind of like Mrs. Spangler does for art. She puts paint in hers and uses them as pours. So you've got those nice little paint pours. I use them to help water my plants. So I will fill them with water. This one here is filled with fertilizer water. You just label it. You can paint it, paint the outside, decorate it however you want. But I love to use these to water plants. It helps reduce the spillage also because of these neat little tips. Another thing I'm going to show you, I just started doing this actually, but I've been saving old pasta water. So after you boil pasta, there's obviously water in the pan. Normally you would just pour it down the drain. But what I have been doing is reusing it. You can kind of see this is old. All the starch from the pasta has separated, but all of this stuff in here, all of this salt that's dissolved, all this starch from the pasta is actually really good for plants. So I'm going to walk you through today. This one is actually full. Me refilling these. And I will use this pasta water instead of just dumping it down the drain. We're going to use it to water plants. Oh, I made a mess. Chopper. I've got these 3 containers here. Every time I run out of creamer, I just keep the container. I've got these stashed all over the house, basically everywhere I've got plants. Then I don't have to carry around a big watering bucket inside. It's super, super convenient. This bowl is also old pasta water. I made a whole bunch of pasta this time. So that is coffee container, pop can, creamer container, pasta water. Next is the one I'm the least sure about actually working is compost. So I like to cook a lot. If you follow me on Instagram, you see me cooking all the time. These are the scraps from my chicken poblano soup that I have cooling right now before I can put it into the blender. I am going to take this outside and put it into our compost bin, and I'm going to describe compost on the way. So compost, you take a little bit of dirt, you can take yard clippings, you can put basically any food waste that's not like straight up attached to animal or animal fat. So like you can use eggshells, but don't put cooked eggs into it. I use mostly food scraps in it. With the dirt, it all decomposes. You can also put cardboard. It all decomposes. It releases nitrogen in the process, and nitrogen is really, really good for plants. So this will all essentially rot, and in that process, release some nutrients that are good for plants. Once it has all rotted a little bit more, this is only a few weeks old, in a few months, we'll have some really, really great dirt that is super healthy for plants, really nourishing for plants. And all of this stuff would have been in the trash, except for just a little bit of dirt that we're sprinkling on it. Also, sometimes if there's leftover pasta water, it'll just get dumped onto the compost. That helps speed up the rotting process, especially if it's still hot. But those were just a couple of the things that I do to reduce the amount of trash that I produce. I want you to upload a picture or a video of something that you have repurposed that would have gone into the trash that you, is it messing up?
I don't know.
Is it saying anything?
No.
Okay, so take something that would normally have gone into the trash and reuse it. Give it a purpose, give it a new life, keep it from going, sorry, it's bugging me. Keep it from going into the trash, okay? Take a picture of it, you can put it into a document in Notability. Give me a little write-up of what it is, okay? So if you are gonna take an old coffee creamer and use it to put paint in, just give me a couple sentences about that. Doesn't have to be super elaborate, okay? Easiest way to do it, picture in Notability, underneath it, little writing about what you repurposed. It can be anything that you would normally throw away. Get creative. Make an art project if you want. There might be a little contest to see who made the best project, but that is your assignment this week, okay? Keep an eye out to what you are throwing away, what you can reuse, and just try to give something new a purpose. I want to see you using it. I want to see it being used, not just a picture of an empty pop can, okay? Do something with it. Give it a purpose. Keep it out of the trash. Okay, so that is all about one assignment this week. The next assignment I'll make another short video for, but I hope you liked seeing all the ways I use trash. Bye guys.